What's up, guys? This is Brian J's Nerd Talk, and this is my short review of The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a really good movie because it was a very, very good adaptation of the book, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, book written by Susan Collins. It's a prequel book to the Hunger Games trilogy. So there are 4 Hunger Games books and maybe a couple of short stories. I don't know. But yeah, it came out in 2020. I read the book over the summer, earlier this year in 2023. I read it in the month of May. And it's a really, it's a fantastic book. It has great character development, excellent world building. You could see what things were like, before the Hunger Games in the trilogy, the way, the kids picked to compete in the Hunger Games, the way they were treated like animals, and, you know, those early days of Pan Am, and how rugged it looked and how grummy it looked, because they didn't have the money that they have later on because of the Hunger Games, you know. But yeah, the movie was really good. The first half was great. The first 90 minutes of the movie was excellent. It faithfully adapted the book. It adapted so much of the important stuff from the books in terms of the dialogue was really great. The acting was great too. It had the visual look of it. Viola Davis is amazing as the evil doctor from the book, and she stole the entire movie. She gives the best performance in the movie. Peter Dinklage is also great. The actor who plays Cornelius Snow is great. Rachel Zegler is also amazing as Lucy Greybeard. I know that she's had some controversy with her, you know, silly comments about the original Snow White, but I could separate, you know, the artist from the art. And she's, you know, a really great actress. She has a lot of talent, and she can sing, she can dance, she can act. She's a triple threat, and she's great in the movie. Now, the problems with the film happen in the last hour of the movie, where they are basically rushing through so much content to get to the important part and to just end and wrap up the film. I felt the movie should have been 30 minutes longer. I think part 3 of the story should have had, which is like the last 40, 50 minutes of the film, was, well, the last 50 minutes of the movie, it definitely felt kind of choppy and rushed. Like the pacing could have been a whole lot better. I definitely think the film should have been 3 hours and 10 minutes long. There are so many great important moments from the second half of the book that are just were not there because they were adapting the important stuff and just kind of rushing to the ending. Like the last 50 minutes of the film is adapting over 200 something pages, and the book itself is over 500 plus pages long. Like I think it's 530 pages long. I don't remember. I'm gonna reread the book at some point, but I'm just gonna look up how long the book actually is in terms of chapters and pages. But it's like 500 something pages long with like a lot of chapters. And the last hour of the film was just like adapting 200 something pages, which is like practically a whole book. And it felt very rushed. But other than that, it was a really good movie. It was a faithful adaptation, and it got to the point, and I think it's the second best Hunger Games film ever made. So overall, my rating for The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is an 8 out of 10. And this is Brian J's Nerd Talk, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.